Hey everybody, I have this 12-inch stand fan, and so I got to put it together and then we'll see how it is. This is the fan motor and part of the stand here. And then this is the base of the stand. And this is the blade and the cage with the blade. So we just have to put it together. All the pieces together here. And then the bottom screws onto the base here. Now, if you wanted to use this shorter as a table fan, just skip this middle section here and screw this top portion with the motor onto the base to make it shorter. So when you get this, it might look like it's assembled, but it's not. You have to take it apart and screw the back part of the cage on separately and then install the blade. It's not hard to do, but just don't think that it's already assembled. So you unscrew this, and then same thing, you take off the nut here. And you put the cage on. There's an arrow here that shows you it's facing up, but you also line up that square with the square up the top here. And you put that nut back on. It just screws back on. And you tighten it until it's snug. And then you put your fan blade on. And then you just screw this back on top of that. Again, it'll show you which direction to turn it. This actually turns counterclockwise to tighten it. And then you put the front portion of the cage, you just line it up and turn it, but then there's also a screw that you tighten at the bottom with the included screwdriver. And then you rotate it to lock it. You just put that little tiny screw in there and then tighten it up with the enclosed screwdriver. And you'll know you have the front on correctly if the word here is straight across. And then the last step is the plug adapter. So you just take the other end of the plug adapter. At the back of the base of the fan, there's a hole. This just pops right in there. That's all there is to assembling it. This does come with a remote control, and it has the batteries included, so you just install those batteries in the remote. So the remote control is real simple. This is the power button. This is change the angle of the fan. The plus and minus are to adjust the speed of the fan. This is to mute it. This is to turn on or off the light, and the middle is the timer. Okay, once you plug it in, you can just use your remote control here to turn it on. So you push the power button, and it'll turn on. And it automatically starts on the low speed. And as you can see down here, the screen just shows
my arm's disconnected.
The fan at level 1. And then we'll just increase the speed here. Goes up to 2, 3, 4, 5. And that goes up to level 8. And then if you press the plus button again, it'll turn it off, or you can press the power button. So you can see spinning, that's on the low speed. If we want to adjust the angle of the fan, you press that little arrow and it will adjust. So now it's oscillating. And then you just press the oscillating button and it'll change from 30, 60, 90 to 120 degrees as far as how far around this will go. And actually on the display here, you'll see this will change from 30, 60 to 90 to 120. Now when you press the light bulb, it'll turn off the light from here. So say if it's nighttime and you want to sleep and that's too bright, you can just press that and it'll turn that off, and press it again and it turns back on. So it's just turning off the display here. It's not turning the fan off. If you want to mute the sound, the beeps, you just press that. So now when I push the button up or down, it adjusts the speed, as you can see from the display there, but it doesn't make noise. It doesn't make that beep noise. And then there's a timer here. I'm going to press the timer button. So it goes 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours, or 8 hours. So that's the timer lengths. And to set it, you just leave it, and then it'll stay at that level fan speed 2 for 8 hours. So if you want to change the angle of up and down, that's manual. So you just tilt that when it is at a steady position. It does have memory, so if you turn this off when it's in the standby stage, it will resume at the same speed you had it set. Now, if you want your fan to be a desk or table fan, you just take out that middle piece of the stand bar here and attach the motor part to the base, and then you have your table fan. So now I can just relax in my chair and turn that fan on with my remote, and if I want to change the speed of the fan or the angle of the fan, I can change that. Otherwise, I can just sit back and relax and let the remote do the work for me. I really like this fan. It's easy to assemble. It's easy to use. I love the fact that it has a remote, and the sound is so quiet you almost can't tell it's on, but you can definitely feel the breeze.